Okay, it's 7 o'clock sharp, and now we are very privileged to introduce Nicole to you. And she is a certified clinical psychotherapist. So she's a psychologist, yeah. She's also a miracle coach and healer, and is the founder of Unlimited Miracle. And she's going to share this evening on how to manifest miracles for health, for wealth, and for your emotions. Shall we welcome Nicole Ling together?
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I stop my share.
Okay, thank you everybody. Welcome. I can see your faces. Thank you for switching on your video. I can see all your faces. It is always very exciting when I can see people. Thank you. That is excellent. All right. So thank you so much, Veronica, for her very wonderful introduction. Veronica is a very wonderful student of mine. Also, we became friends over the years, and she has always been very supportive of me. She is full of love, I know, right? And every time, she asks me to do something, I'm always happy to do it for her because she's so supportive. I'm also very supportive of her, right?
Thank you, Nicole.
And I'm sure all of you also know about Veronica and her big heart. All right, Veronica is a very helpful person, a person who genuinely serves from her heart. All right, so I'm very proud to call her as a friend as well as a personal student. So thank you so much. My name is Nicole. I'll be spending 1 hour to talk about miracles with you. So right now, I am going to share my screen. Is it okay for me to share my screen? If it's okay, just thumbs up. All right, thumbs up. Okay, great. Just give me a minute. Oops, I have some technical problem. Just give me a minute. Okay, good. All right. So welcome to Manifesting Miracles for Health, Wealth, and Emotion. So thank you so much for being here. My name is Nicole. My background is psychology. So I used to be a psychology lecturer. I used to teach psychology at the university level. I teach counseling, I teach developmental psychology, abnormal psychology, as well as research methods. So I come from a very scientific background, but today's topic is about miracles, and people are wondering what has miracles got to do with psychology. Actually, they are related. Why? Because in psychology, we talk about changing lives. We talk about making things possible again. Perhaps your relationship was not working. We make it work. All right. So to me, that itself is a miracle. And if you're suffering from, say, depression for many, many years, 10, 15 years, you're depressed. All right. And finally, you saw the light and you're no longer depressed. That itself is also a miracle. All right. Now, for many people, they always think that miracle is something like, like what Veronica said, hocus pocus, or ooh, ooh is a bit strange. But actually, there are precise steps to how you can achieve your miracles. All right. That it is something that is learnable, it is something that's teachable, and it's something that is doable. All right. All you have to do is to learn, like what Veronica said. You just keep learning and learning and learning. All right. So my background is psychology, and I spend a lot of time doing consulting work with many companies. A lot of big companies are my clients, but nothing excites me more than miracles. So tonight, all of you are here for one purpose. We are all going to find out more about miracles as well as divine sleep. Okay. So I've been doing miracle work for almost 25 years already. Why? Because it is a topic that excites me the most. All right, more than anything else. So why am I doing this class today? This is considered, a very special class which I'm doing for Veronica and her supporters. All right. Now, why am I doing this class? I'm doing this class because I have experienced incredible miracles in my life, things that are completely beyond our wildest dream. And because it happened to me, and for me to keep it to myself and not share it, it would not be right. I feel that it is my duty to share about miracles, because if I don't think it's the right thing to do. All right. So this one was about 13 years ago. I had a spine injury, and it was an accident. I was disabled for 3 years. So for 3 years, really, I couldn't even move at all. I was completely bedridden. I had to be carried to the bathroom. Neighbors had to drop by my house every single day to just check on me, make sure I have food. I have friends that live around my neighborhood. They come every single day just to help me to do basic things. So you can say a little bit like somebody who is a bit of a vegetable, because you had to depend on everybody for everything. You cannot even go to the bathroom unassisted. Somebody has to carry you there, you know. So for 3 years I was completely bedridden, and of course I did every single thing, went to very expensive doctors, thankfully could afford very expensive healthcare. But after 3 whole years of spending so much money, I was still lying in bed. I still couldn't move much. So I asked the doctor, I said, when am I going to recover? Can you tell me when am I going to recover? And finally, he put down the pen, and then he looked at me, and then he said, we have done everything we can for the last 3 years and nothing has improved. You are still unable to walk. I don't think you can ever be normal again. And that was his last confirmation. And when I heard that, I was so heartbroken. In fact, my entire spirit just completely collapsed, because I was thinking, did the doctor just told me that I would be disabled forever? Did he just say that? And I think I did. I think I did hear him say that you will never be normal again. So after that, I was being wheeled out of his room. I was sitting at the reception, and I was sitting down there thinking, am I going to be assisted for the rest of my life, that everybody will have to carry me to the bathroom, people need to feed me, people need to bring food to me? Is that what he just mentioned? And then in my head, I just said, whatever he said is not true. I don't believe in it. I think I deserve better. I think my life is not going to be spent in a wheelchair or on the bed. There must be a way out. And since he doesn't have any solution, I will need to find my own solution. Just because the doctor said it's difficult to cure, difficult to heal, doesn't mean that it's end of the world. I have to find a solution. So at that time, even though when I was disabled, I was already doing healing for about more than 15 years at that time already. So I told myself, healing and miracle work is something that I do all my life. And now that I'm disabled, what can I do? I can only apply it on myself, you know. And since the doctor said you will never be normal again, I have no choice. I have to apply it on myself. So what did I do? I started turning to miracle healing, because there was no way out of the problem at all. So I spent 3 years focusing only on miracle healing. And after 3 years, I started to walk slowly, bit by bit. And after 3 years, I was able to walk fully, but not perfectly. Able to walk fully, but not perfectly. But then it took me another year, so altogether almost about 4 years. And finally, I was able to get back to work. All right. And I still remember at that time, I said, when I get back to work, I will get back to work in one piece. All right. So here I am. I'm telling you that no matter what happens to you, there is always a way out. I want you to focus on miracles, because miracles is possible. So today I can do whatever I want. I can run, I can go to the gym, I can carry weights. Last year I went to Bali and I went jungle trekking, something that the doctor said I can never do, but I managed to do it. All right. So I hope my story is an inspiration to all of you, no matter what you are experiencing. All right. So then, and that was my first health crisis. I thought that was the worst. But 3 years ago, I had something else also. I had a second health crisis, which was equally bad. I was on top of my game. I was doing extremely well in my career, making a lot of money teaching Enneagram. All the companies, a lot of big companies were hiring me. And I remember I was teaching a very big class of 60 people. I was so well paid for that session. And guess what? Suddenly, there was a super sharp pain in my leg. I couldn't even continue the training. I was so shocked by the level of pain. I was thinking, should I go to the hospital? So after the training ended, the next day, I went to see the doctor. And then the doctor said, you possibly have something called rheumatoid arthritis. And I'm sorry, it's incurable. And I said, what is that? I've never heard of that before. So I started researching. I read all the scientific papers, all the medical report, because I'm trained in research. So I know how to read medical report. So I started to read all medical report, and all medical report says there is no cure. All right, you live with it, and it is extremely painful because it's an autoimmune disorder, meaning the immune system attacks you, right? The immune system attacks you, and it attacks you everywhere. Where was it attacking me? It was attacking my eyes. So I was partially blind, not fully blind, but partially blind. So I cannot see what was in front of me. So if I hold my phone, I cannot even read my messages. I cannot read my emails. I cannot read my letters, my bills, because everything was in a blur. And then also it started to attack my vocal cord, and I started to lose my voice. Can you imagine? You're partially blind and you also lose your voice, so you can't see and can't talk. Can you imagine how terrible is that, to be blind and dumb at the same time, right? And it was very frightening for me. So, and then it started attacking me in so many parts of the body: my fingers, my joints, my muscles, my bones, even my face. My hair started falling out, and it started to attack my internal organs, including my lungs and my heart. Everything was inflamed. Went to the hospital every few weeks because it has reached a dangerous point. All right. So, and then what happened? I realized one thing: goodness gracious, this is incurable. Then how? And again, the doctor told me there is no cure for rheumatoid arthritis. You have to live with it forever, and this is going to be your life. So I went to research, and it says that RA patient die earlier. They say they die much earlier than normal people, right? So I was in so much pain, and every single day, this is my medical pantry, my breakfast pantry. This is the amount of medicine I need to take every single day. Every 1 hour, I need to take one medicine, another hour, another medicine, 1 hour later, another medicine. So I had so much side effect. I was getting even worse. So eventually, I thought to myself, I survived a spine injury. Now I think no choice. Go back to miracle healing. All right. So when I went back to miracle healing, one of the important things was divine sleep. That means your sleep has to be very calm and deep. And at that point, no healers wanted to take me because I tried alternative medicine, I tried alternative healing, and most people didn't have the confidence to take me. So I started to develop something called the healing pot, which was for divine sleep. And that was one of those things that healed me, because divine sleep is extremely important, because it is to restore your body. And then during those days, I told myself, if medicine cannot help, I need to turn to miracle healing. So what did I do? I used miracle healing on myself all over again for 6 months. And after 6 months, unfortunately or fortunately, something happened in the office. I actually fell down. I tripped, I fell down. I had a very deep cut. And it was very frightening, because rheumatoid arthritis patients cannot have cuts. If they have cuts, they cannot recover because they don't have an immune system, right? So I quickly rushed to the hospital, went to the doctor. They quickly did a blood test. 5 days later, I went back to collect, and then they told me, I don't know what happened. The doctor said, I don't know what happened. We did a very comprehensive test, but we cannot find your rheumatoid arthritis anywhere. According to the blood test, you no longer have rheumatoid arthritis. All right. So that was music to my ears, because I thought the doctor just told me 6 months ago there is no cure, right or not? But now he said, I cannot find your rheumatoid arthritis, and based on your medical report, you don't have rheumatoid arthritis, right? And I thought every single report said there's no cure, but turn out I was healed completely. And 3 years have passed. I don't even take one single medicine. So today, until today, I am still RA free. All right. So I want all of you to know that anything is possible. It doesn't matter what you are facing. There is always a solution. And if you look at miracle healing involves divine sleep. If you go into very deep sleep, your body will start to heal. All right. So of course, I didn't just depend on divine sleep. I depend on a lot on miracle healing. So I hope all of you are feeling inspired. Who is getting inspired by my story? Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so why do you want to listen to me? You want to listen to me because I have a very strong scientific background. Even though today is all about miracles, but you want to listen to somebody who is not just a spiritual guru or a spiritual teacher, but you want to listen to somebody who has clinical practices. You want to listen to somebody who is trained in psychology, in science, in research. And most of all, I have done miracle work for almost 25 years, and I'm also not a young person. All right. Some people look at me and they think I'm very young, but I'm actually 50 years old. All right. So my psychology work brings me to many, many companies. All right. Many top companies around the world. I have done a lot of speaking engagement. I have done a lot of training, but I will tell you, nothing excites me more than miracle work. So for today, today's webinar will work for you only if it makes sense to you. All right. Who are the people who want miracles? People who want miracle are people who want to stop struggling. They're sick and tired of taking medicine like me. All right. 3 years ago, look at the amount of medication that I had to take. Look at the amount of money I had to spend. All right. So tonight's webinar will make sense to you if you want to stop struggling, if you want to live life joyfully, if you want to stop your pain, you want less labor, you want more joy, more happiness, then today the webinar will make sense to you. All right. Many people always joke. In fact, I always get people disturbing me and say, Nicole, you talk about miracles. So can you revive the dead? People always say this to me. And I said, yes, can. You know why? Because it is very possible for many relationships to die after a few years. After a few years, nothing is not happening anymore. So the relationship is dead. So almost every day I'm doing healing, and every day I'm working on relationship. I'm reviving relationship. And there are so many people that are working themselves to death, that they have a dead, tired body. They are alive, but they are behaving like a zombie. The body is not really there anymore. The body is dead, tired. All right. They are alive, but they're dead at the same time. So I do revive bodies every single day. And of course, every day I get people asking me, for financial healing, because the career is dead. The career is dead because they have been in a real in the job for 10 years, 15 years, and there's no progression. They don't have extra money. They are not making enough money. So how? All right. So am I reviving dead career? Yes, I am. And also there are people who are, you can say that their minds are not open. The minds are dead in some sense. All right. It can be even a financial situation. It could be career. It could be so many other aspects. So every single day I am reviving the dead. So is it possible to revive the dead? Of course, miracles can revive the dead. All right. So what do? I revive bodies, I revive minds, I revive career, I revive heart, I revive relationships, and including money. All right. So what is the definition of a miracle? What is a miracle? A miracle is something, is a deep.
Nicole, we can't hear you, Nicole. You're on mute.
Nicole, unmute yourself.
Okay, Ken. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me continue. So what is a miracle? A miracle is a divine intervention that defines scientific law or natural reasoning. Yeah, defines scientific law, because rheumatoid arthritis, there is no cure. But so many years have passed and I've not taken any medicine, right? I'm completely, even my blood test shows that I don't have rheumatoid arthritis. And it evokes awe and wonder, because the outcome is beyond human creation, because human cannot give you the solution. It has to come from a greater source. It has to come from a greater source, which I call God, divine spirit, or the universe, right? So there is a wonderful book called A Course in Miracles. You can check it out. And A Course in Miracles says a miracle is a shift in perception. All right, it's a shift in perception. So what do you mean by a shift in perception? A shift in perception means a change of mind. All right. So what is a change of mind? So when the doctor says rheumatoid arthritis have no cure, two things you can do: believe in it and follow the old way, or you change your mind and says, no, that is not true. There is another way. All right, there is another way. So that is a shift in perception. So if you want miracle, first thing to do is you must change your mind. First thing, change your mind. All right. So if you're stuck in a situation now, don't feel stuck. You have to say, yes, I feel stuck, but there is a way out. There is another way. Maybe I have not found the answer yet, but the answer is there. I just have to change my mind and look for the solution. The fact that you change your mind, that moment, the miracle comes already. All right. Are we good? Okay. Great. So this is my definition. My definition is a miracle is a natural phenomenon when you put your mind in the right direction to achieve the impossible, right? That is a change of mind. It goes back to a shift in perception. Where do you think miracles come from, ladies and gentlemen? Can you tell me where does miracles come from? Can you just simply type in the chat box? All right, can you type in the chat box? Where does miracles come from? Let me just see. Chat box. Okay. The universe. Somebody says universe, somebody says heart, somebody says mind, from the above. Okay. So all of us come from different religion. We have different spiritual backgrounds. Some people say above, some people say God, some people say yourself. Well, congratulations. All of you are right. It has to come from us as well as the universe and God. Why us? Because there's a saying, you know, God helps those who help themselves. Correct? God helps those who help themselves. So it comes from you first. The first person is you need to change your mind. All right. If you don't change your mind, nothing is going to happen. So there is a higher source. It can be from God. It can be the divine spirit. It can be from the Holy Spirit. It can be from the universe. It can be from your guardian angel. So it really doesn't matter where you are from. You can be from Singapore, you can be from the US, you can be of different race, different color, different religion. It all does not matter. All right. And for some people who lack faith, it doesn't even matter because God is so compassionate that He is even willing to give you chance. Even if you lack faith, there are people who come to me, they ask for healing, they lack faith. Even those can still receive. All right. Well, faith in God, not necessary, because there are some people when they are so troubled, right, they don't have faith. All right, some people are so troubled they even lack faith, but lacking faith doesn't mean you will not receive miracles, because even though you may not have faith, you may have a lot of faith, God will still give you a chance for you to experience miracle. All right, so we are not expecting a person to be perfect. We're not expecting you to have total faith. Even a little bit of faith, even a little bit, even the size of a mustard seed, is still good enough. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to share this story with you. This is an amazing story. I really want you to pay attention. This is Kevin Hines. Now, Kevin Hines is a person who has been depressed all his entire life. All right. And he wanted to end his life on this particular day. So he went to the Golden Gate Bridge. He went to the Golden Gate Bridge and then he wanted to end his life on that day. He looked down and he said, yes, today is the day. So he took his life, he jumped down from the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, why do people go to Golden Gate Bridge to end their life? Well, because Golden Gate Bridge is a place that the survival rate for suicide attempt is nearly next to nothing. It's 0%, right? Why? Because number one, the distance between the bridge and the ocean is very far. All right. So if you jump down, by the time you hit the ocean, there is the impact that will actually smash your internal organ, and you can even die from the impact. Number two, the water is icy cold, is hypodermic. That means even if you are very fast, even if you are a very good swimmer, you cannot survive for very long. Within 10 minutes, you'll be dead already, you'll be frozen to death, right? So Kevin Hines went to Golden Gate Beach. He jumped off the bridge, and the moment he jumped off, he started to regret. He started to say, actually, I don't want to die. But can you imagine, you have already jumped off the bridge? How can you change your mind now? So he was falling into the ocean. Another few seconds, he's going to hit the water, right? In his heart, he said, dear God, he started to pray. He said, dear God, please forgive me. This is a mistake. I don't want to die. Please save me. I don't want to die. This is a mistake. Please save me. All right. So what happened? Finally, he hit the water and he could feel his internal organ being smashed. All right. And then he started to drown and he was going down, down, down. Water was filling up his lungs. And while he was drowning, he tried to swim, but he couldn't because the water was so cold. He couldn't even swim. All right. And he was drowning. And then he said, "Dear God, please save me. Please save me. Please save me. This is a mistake. I don't want to die. It's a mistake. Please save me." All right. And as he was saying this, he was drowning. All right. And suddenly, you wouldn't even believe what happened. He's in the middle of the ocean. There is nothing there. What do you have there in the ocean? You only have ocean. There's nobody there. There's no boat there. There's no ship there. Nothing. It's just the ocean. And he was drowning. So who is coming to save him now? Suddenly, a big fat sea lion came, swam towards him and started to twirl around him, creating a vortex, pushing him up to the surface of the water. And Kevin Hines found himself on top of a sea lion, a big sea lion. And he held on to the sea lion. And somebody at the Golden Gate Bridge happened to see Kevin Hines floating on a sea lion and he quickly called the Coastal Guard, right, the emergency line. So the Coastal Guard took the speedboat and went to the location that Kevin Hines was being spotted. So immediately he took Kevin Hines out of the water and he said, "In my entire career as a Coastal Guard, by the time I reach the place, the person is dead. The person is no longer alive. For you, you are the first person in my whole life that I took out from the water and you are still alive." Okay. How many of you agree that this is a miracle? How
Yes.
many of you agree this is a miracle? This is a miracle, isn't it? Right? So today, Kevin is a motivational speaker. All right. How did he save himself? How did he receive that miracles? All right. How many of you are mind blown by this miracle? If you're mind blown, can you type WOW? Wow. Can you type WOW? Wow. All right. Yes, exactly. Is you are just wowed by this story, isn't it? All right. So I have mentioned this story hundreds of times, but every time I mention it, I am still emotionally moved. All right. So let me share with you the 5 principles of miracle healing. Are you ready? How many of you are ready for the 5 principles of miracle healing? If you're ready, just type ready and I will teach you. I will share with you my 5 principles of miracle healing. All right. That you can use to heal yourself. Okay. Very good. So first is, how come it jumps? Okay, first is the willingness to change your mind. So first thing is that you must change your mind. You cannot be stuck in the past. You cannot be say, "Oh, I don't have a solution." Change your mind means you have to look for solution. You must say, "Don't worry, there is a way out. I may not know the way. I may not have all the information. I may not know how, but I must just try." All right, just try. All right. So just like Kevin Hines, he is already falling into the ocean. Can anyone save him? The answer is no. Does he know that a sea lion is coming? No. The answer is no, right? The sea lion, he doesn't know that the sea lion is coming. So what did he do? He changed his mind. He just said, "Dear God, I don't want to die. This is a mistake. Please save me." You see, the moment he changed his mind, the miracle already come. All right. God has already sent a sea lion along the way. The sea lion is swimming towards him already, right? How many of you agree on that? When he said, "Dear God, I changed my mind. I'm sorry. This is a mistake. Please help me." The sea lion is already on the way. All right. So finally, he hit the water, but the sea lion appeared. All right. Second, you must have a burning desire for miracles, meaning you have to be hungry. All right. You need to be hungry. What do you mean by hungry? That means you must be you must have an intense desire for miracles. You cannot be someone who says, "Well, if I don't have miracles, never mind, law, it's okay lah, never mind lah," you know. But no, burning desire means that you must have miracles. You will not settle for anything less than a miracle. All right. So you must have an intense desire for miracles. 3, you must be willing to receive. What do you mean by willing to receive? I have met many people who say that they are willing to receive miracles, but actually they are not willing because the heart is closed and the mind is closed. I give you an example. I worked on these cancer patients last year. That was about 8 months ago. Everything was going well. And suddenly during one of the healing sessions, she told me, everything is doing well. I can feel the effect of the miracle, but deep down, I think I'm not good enough. All right. Deep down, I think I feel that I don't deserve it. All right. So when you feel you're not good enough or you think that you don't deserve it, miracles cannot come because your heart is closed. All right. So poor me, I did so much healing for her. In the end, there was not much result because she feels that she doesn't deserve it. So very important. If you want to receive miracles, you must feel that you are good enough. You deserve miracles. So can you go to the chat box and type, I am good enough. All right. I am good enough. So you have to feel worthy. You have to feel worthy. I am good enough. All right. I am good enough. I deserve miracles. That's right. So if you think that you're not good enough, you will not be able to receive. So miracles is something like a gift. It's a gift from God. It's not something that you work for, but it's something that you receive. Okay. Third is that you need to be connected to the universe or connected to God. All right. So what does it mean by be connected to the universe? What does it mean? It means that if you want miracles, it is not about yourself. It is beyond yourself. It is beyond yourself. It is about a greater source up there. There's a greater source. All right. There's a greater source. It's not all about you. You don't need to struggle. You don't need to struggle by yourself. You need to be humble and grateful that there is a higher source that you can ask for. If you are very egoistic, if you are very proud, you find that you don't want to ask for help. All right. If you don't want to ask for help, help is not going to come. Just like imagine if Hines, he was drowning and he said, I'm very strong. I can swim. I can swim. No problem. I swim. All right. Yes, he can swim, but can he last very long? He possibly can't. But he has humble enough to ask God for help. All right. Just like me, when I had rheumatoid arthritis, I know there is no cure. There is no cure already, right? Everybody tells me no cure, doctors say no cure, reports say no cure, scientific paper says no cure. Then I must be humble to ask God to help me. All right, I must be humble. So to be connected to God means you need to be humble. You need to be humble. You need to be grateful that there is something greater than yourself. All right. And lastly, allow miracles to come in succession. What does it mean by allowing miracles to come in succession? Meaning you must get out of the way. All right. You must get out of the way and not stop the universe from giving you miracles. In fact, many people stop the miracles in their life either by being negative, by being stubborn, or sometimes they self-sabotage. All right. So if you want miracles, you cannot stop the universe from giving you miracles because the universe is compassionate. God is compassionate. And when God comes, when he gives, do you really think God is stingy? No, God is not stingy. God is compassionate and he is generous. So when he gives, he doesn't just give a little bit. He doesn't give one or two miracles. He comes and he gives blessings upon blessings. All right. So when God gives you miracles, it is not one or two. It changes you completely. It goes into many aspects of your life. You must allow the miracles to flow in and then multiply because miracles always multiply. All right. So can you type in the chat box, miracles multiply? All right. Why do miracles multiply? Because God and universe is generous. They don't give just one or two. They are not stingy. They are very generous. All right. So miracles always multiply. All right. So how does miracles multiply? You need to be grateful. All right. Now, just like Hines, after he was being saved by God and the sea lion, after receiving his miracles, what does he do now? How does he multiply his miracles? Now he is a motivational speaker. So he goes around helping other people, and the more he helped, the more miracles come in. So it was the same for me. After I received so many miracles in my life, I started to teach miracle healing. So what happens? The more I teach, the more miracles come in, the more miracles flow, and the more miracles keep multiplying again and again and again. All right. And it is amazing because right now, as more miracles come into my life, my finances have jump many folds. All right. I think Veronica will also testify to that. Veronica is also doing very well now. So both of us, Veronica is doing well. I'm also doing very well. And I cannot believe how well my company is doing. It just keeps improving every single month. All right. So here I want to share with you how this miracle happened. This is David Chan, and David Chan's mother has AMD, and David Chan's mother is actually medically diagnosed as being blind. All right, blind from what? From AMD, age-related macular degeneration. So her whole eye was swollen. Inside the eye, it was basically air and liquid. All right, so sometimes liquid will start to kind of drip out from the eyes, and the doctor said that this is irreversible because the mother is about 80 over years old, right? So they said that this happens to old folks, and when AMD happened to old folks, they said that it's too late, we cannot reverse. If you're still young, there's still a chance, but it happened to old folks around 80 years old, 90 years old, and the doctor said we cannot.
Stupid, brainless.
Okay, so the doctor said we won't be able to reverse this problem. All right, we won't be able to reverse this problem. And the first thing David Chan did was to call me. What was the very first thing he did? Change his mind. Correct or not? Change his mind. Why? The doctor said, we cannot reverse. It is irreversible. This is permanent blindness. We cannot do anything. What did David Chan do? He did the first step in miracle healing. Change your mind. So immediately he came back, he called me and he said, you told us that in miracle healing, you must change your mind. That is the first step of miracle healing. So he said, I want to change my mind. I don't want to believe that my mom would be permanently blind. If I do it fast enough, and you always tell us miracle healing must be fast, cannot wait, cannot dilly-dally, you must wait, okay? God works fast. If you want God to work fast, you also must work fast, correct or not? So immediately we went to work. In 12 days, he said the mother looked so much better, and he took the mother back to the hospital, and the doctor scolded him and said, I told you come back once in every 2 months, not come back in 2 weeks. All right. And then he told the doctor, he said, my mom seems to be better. Can you check or not? And the doctor said, it's impossible. It's impossible that your mom can be so well in just 2 weeks. And then he said, can you do an eye scan? I want to check. And the doctor said, you are wasting our time. How can your mother improve in 2 weeks? And then David Chan said, I pay for the eye scan. All right. So reluctantly, the doctor did an eye scan, and look at the eye scan at the bottom. From the top, the eyes were bulging. From the bottom, everything is flat. Can you see that it's flat, ladies and gentlemen? Our dear students, are you able to see that it's flat, right? So the eye was flat, and the doctor looked at it and said, how did this happen in 2 weeks? This is miracle healing, right? Because this is beyond human creation. This is beyond science. So David Chan said he was so surprised that the recovery and the healing of the blindness was so quick. And when the eye became normal, the mom was able to see as normal. All right. So this is miracle healing. How many of you are inspired by David Chan's mother? Anybody inspired? Those who are on video, what happened? Suddenly all the video gone. Can I see your lovely face? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So thank you so much. And next, let's talk about advanced healing. All right. This is critical illness healing. Critical illness healing. This is Aini, also our student. She's also our Enneagram student. And last year, suddenly she called me because she said she was experiencing pain in the chest. And I said, oh, okay, let me do a check on her. No, of course, not a medical check, but it is a healing. So after doing the healing, I told her, the energy I'm sensing from you is dangerous. It's very risky. You better go check yourself into a hospital immediately. Cannot even wait. And then she said, but I just went to the doctor. The doctor told me there's nothing really much. It's just cyst. That's all. Cyst filled with liquid, nothing much. Then I said, no, you better go. You better go to the hospital now. So immediately she went to A&E. They checked and they found her. She has something called triple negative breast cancer. All right. Triple negative breast cancer, you know that it is a very scary cancer. It is very frightening because it spread fast and is very invasive and very aggressive. So if you have triple negative breast cancer, what happened? The cancer will spread all over very quickly and usually spread to multiple organs. All right. And not only that, triple negative breast cancer do not respond to treatment. All right, they don't respond to treatment. But that is not just the bad news. She has another bad news on top of the bad news of triple negative breast cancer. Another bad news is she also has a 5 cm tumor. All right. So can you tell me 5 cm tumor, is it big or small? Can you go to the chat box and tell me 5 cm tumor? This is the size of a 5 cm. This is 5 cm. Huh? You think this is big or do you think it's small? Can you go to the chat box? Okay. So can you tell me right now, how do you feel if you go and see the doctor, routine checkup, and then the doctor tell you you have invasive advanced cancer, very hard to treat, don't respond to treatment, and it spreads fast. And on top of that, you have a 5 cm tumor. Can you tell me how do you feel if you hear that? Shattered. Manu said shattered. Okay, lost, devastated. Okay. Anybody else? How do you feel? Depressed, shocked? Yes, exactly. All right. So now we're going to hear from Aini how she became cancer-free in 4 months. All right. This is her journey. Let's hear from her. Oops. Okay, let me try. Oops, the video is not playing. I don't know what happened. Oops. I can't play the video. Okay, let me just try to fix a problem. Okay, let me try to play a video very quickly. Let me try to fix this very quickly. Okay, I think I can play it soon. Oops, I think I can't play it. Okay, I can just quickly use another video, no problem. No problem. Oops, sorry. No, not this. Okay, can you see this now? Are you able to see this?
Hi, I'm Aini. I'm 53 years old. I'm a freelance body masseur. I contacted Nico during February, end of February, to just ask her to consult her about my breast issue. So after consulting her, she suggested I quickly go and see doctor. So the next day I went to see doctor. After doctor did a lot of scan, blood test, everything. They told me that I have invasive breast cancer stage 3. So that time I was quite shocked. I was quite upset. And I quickly went back to Nicole and told her about the result. She did a lot of healing. She helped me with a lot of consultation. And once was during the blood test, my doctor found out that I have liver issue, and she was not very happy about it. So I told Nico also. So Nico did, I did a healing session with Nico, few sessions. The following week, all my blood result was normal. That means it went back to average, everything normal. So I was quite surprised myself because within 5 days, all the blood test result was normal. And I was so happy. I was also very thankful that I I went for help. I asked Nicole for help, and I think she did I'm very thankful for her. So my chemo session, initially wasn't very good. So after a few session with healing session with Nicole, it went very well. So now, before, during, and after chemo, I can actually sleep very well. So the most happy news was on the 15th of June, I went to see my oncologist doctor, and she examined me, and she told me that she couldn't feel the tumor. And I said, huh? I asked her, huh? Because I myself couldn't believe what she said. And I asked her again. She said, yeah. Your tumor has gone. I mean, I couldn't feel it anymore. I was so shocked. Actually, I was so shocked and happy at the same time. Then I told Nicole. So Nicole was very happy. I was very happy. That day, I told Nicole, I'm going for a durian feast. I want to celebrate. I did celebrate. I went with my niece. We bought few durians, and then I just ate. I don't care. I don't think about my treatment or illness or what. I was so happy. I said I must feel my heart and my stomach. I was very, very happy. I'm very thankful to Nicole. Nicole had helped me a lot. For me, it's like the healing have worked very well. So thank you, Nicole.
So that was Aini, and today Aini is cancer-free, totally cancer-free within a very, very short time. All right. How many of you are inspired by Aini? Can you let me know? If you're inspired, can you just go to the chat box and say inspired? All right. And originally the doctor said she was supposed to go for mastectomy. Mastectomy means a total removal of the breast. But guess what? They cannot even find the tumor. So she didn't even have to go for her mastectomy. She went for a very small surgery to simply just take out the scar tissue. And until today, Aini is doing extremely well. If you see her, you meet her, she looks so vibrant and full of life. You cannot even tell she has cancer at all. All right. Okay. So this is really quite amazing. Okay. Let me just share the slides again. Yeah. Okay, and this is another student. She is also another student of mine. She came with a very rare form of autoimmune disorder. And this is something very, very rare and very hard to treat. It's called anti-synthetase. All right. It's a very difficult type of illness to treat. It is very similar to RA, and the even doctor told me this one is very rare. I'm not sure whether even treatable or not. All right, it's worse than RA. I thought rheumatoid arthritis was bad. This one is even worse. All right, and she went on the miracle healing for 3 months, 3.5 months actually, 3.5 months. You look at what she sent me during Chinese New Year. Just a quick update on my recent result last Tuesday. Everything normal. Everything normal, inflammation down to 0. Dr. Pang said he's very happy with my result and suggested that he increase the dosage because he thought his medication worked. But actually, this student didn't even take the medication at all. She didn't even take medication at all. She only did miracle healing. All right. So her result is everything normal and completely 0. Okay. How many of you are inspired by this? This is a very rare form of illness. All right. It's a very rare form of disease, and yet we were still able to clear it out of her system. All right. And this one is a disfigurement. It is a type of disfigurement. This is I blurred out the image because it is too frightening. I didn't even dare to show you. It's so frightening. You know why? This student of mine, he has open wounds filled with blood and pus all over his body, including the face. So he cannot go out of the house. He cannot go out of the house. He cannot go to the coffee shop. He cannot go to the market. He cannot buy food. He cannot walk on the street because when people see him, children start crying. All right. So, and it is something that he endured for many, many, many years with totally no cure. With miracle healing, you see 1 month later, what happened to his skin? 1 month later. All right. It's not perfect, but is it much better than having pus and blood all over your whole body? Right? So how many of you are also inspired by Aloysius healing? And today he's no longer disfigured. And do you remember I mentioned in miracle healing, it is not just 1 or 2 miracles. It is multiple miracles. In the past, with his sore wounds and pus all over his face and head and neck everywhere, can he find a job? Obviously, he cannot, right? Nobody will dare to work with him. But after this, can he find his job now? So now it's not just physical healing, it is also financial healing. So people who want financial healing, when you seek miracle healing don't just heal you financially. Miracle healing heals you in every aspect. It's financial, it is physical, it is emotional, it is relationship with your children, and so on and so forth. All right. So are there people who don't receive miracle healing? Yes, of course, there are people who don't receive because they are not serious, they are not interested, they are not very dedicated. That's why they don't receive. All right. Can you learn miracle healing? How many of you think you can learn miracle healing? It's something you can learn. Well, I'll tell you, it is possible. It's something that you can learn because this is my student. My student learned miracle healing from me, and he was even able to heal his father while he was in Europe. The father was in ICU. The sister called him and he was in Europe. What can he do? He did the miracle healing from Europe itself. All right. He did the miracle healing from Europe. Less than half a day later, the sister called him back and said, you don't have to rush back anymore because your father is now out of ICU. He is in a normal ward. And this student is not a professional healer. He simply did it by himself because he learned from us. And this is Amy. Amy had a rescue cat that had something called UTI. All right, UTI. And she is also not a professional healer. She simply learned a very simple system from me. All right. And after teaching her, she applied the miracle healing on the cat, and the cat immediately within 1 week, total recovery. Before that, it was many, many, many times going to the vet and no results. After applying it, she got the result that she wanted. She also applied it on another cat, also worked. So all these miracle healing can be learned. It is not something hocus pocus. It's not woo-woo. It's not something that you cannot learn. You can learn it step by step. All right. And this is also another student. She also said that after attending our class, she had a painful shoulder that troubled her for years. And after applying our system, there was no more pain when she woke up on Monday, and always pain-free. And she said, thank you for your simple process. All right. So how long did my student take to heal themselves? How long is the process? How long do you think is the process? Can you give me a rough idea? Can you make a guess? Is it Reiki? No, it's not Reiki. We do miracle healing. Well, it's actually 2 to 3 minutes only. All right. My process is very simple. It's about 3 minutes. So simple, step by step. You just have to follow. All right. So it's actually doable and learnable. So miracle healing is just like anything else. You want to drive a car, you go to a teacher, you learn the lesson, you understand the theory, you practice it, you will get your driving license. If you want to swim, you don't jump into the deep end of the pool. You go to a teacher, you learn from the swimming coach, you learn from the basic. All right. You learn from the basic, you learn the theory, you learn the application. Eventually, you will be a good swimmer. So it's the same thing for miracle healing. If you want to do miracle work, you want to do miracle healing, learn from me. I will teach you step by step from the bottom, just like you are driving a car. But there is a difference between miracle healing and driving a car. Do you know what's the difference? The difference is miracle healing is 10 times easier. If you can drive a car, you can do miracle work. All right. And miracle work is even easier than swimming. All right. So can you really learn miracle healing? Yes, you can. All right. So I do train students in miracle healing. That is actually my dedication right now. This is my calling. In fact, I have cut down a lot of corporate training to focus on miracle healing. So what do I teach? I teach all about miracle healing, how to do miracle healing, what does it do. Basically also not only the 5 principles, now we have expanded to a full healing principle to 13 steps. All right, how you can accelerate your healing and stop using methods that don't work. And of course, how can you receive miracle healing, how to do miracle healing, how to do healing on yourself as well as other people. And also we teach you on divine sleep, how to heal while you are sleeping. All right. And also case studies, how other people heal and how you can use the same methods. All right. So I also have a group retreat. If you're interested in a group retreat, you can let me know. And in this retreat, I will do the healing one-on-one for you. It's a group coaching. It's a half-day retreat. So if you're keen to attend my miracle healing retreat, you can also let me know. All right. And should you learn miracle healing? Yes, you should only learn miracle healing if you really keen to receive miracles, because I only like to teach people who are serious. If you take miracles seriously, you're willing to do the inner work, you're willing to change your mind, you're willing to learn step by step. I have a system, I have a template, everything, step 1, step 2, step 3, everything is all fully formulated. If you're willing to learn the steps, you're willing to develop yourself and improve yourself, then I say, come and be a student of mine, because I love to teach people in miracle work. If I can teach you in miracle work, imagine the goodness you will be doing for the world. Imagine the wonderful things you can do for other people around you. All right. And when you learn from me, one of the best thing is the Miracle Tribe, because the Miracle Tribe right now, I have 300 students who are all trained in miracle work. All of them are miracle workers. So whenever you have a challenge in life, you just go into the Miracle Tribe and ask for healing. Everybody will jump in and help you. Recently, we had a student, she had a very funny experience. She has rheumatoid arthritis. All right, I have a lot of students who have rheumatoid arthritis because I heal from RA, so they came to learn from me, right? So her neighbor bought a new karaoke set because she lives in Malaysia, and you know, Malaysia, you have the MCO, the lockdown. So during this situation, she couldn't even go out of the house. So the neighbor got bored staying in the house. So what did he do? He buy a karaoke set, a gigantic set, and scream into his karaoke set every single day, and all the neighbors couldn't even rest. Everybody tried to talk to him nicely, called the police, nothing could be done, and he is singing and screaming into the late night every day with his karaoke. So this student didn't know what to do, did everything, and the neighbor is still yelling and screaming with the karaoke set. Every single night she cannot sleep, and she was so stressed, her RA started to flare up and she started to get sick because she couldn't even rest every night. She couldn't restore. So she went to our healing tribe and said, my neighbor is constantly yelling into his karaoke. I cannot sleep. Can everybody please do a prayer and miracle healing for me? So everybody jump in and everybody type, I will do it, I will do it. The list was very long. 2 days later, this neighbor stopped karaokeing completely, no karaoke at all. Our student can perform miracles, because these are the students that I train. So if you want to be a miracle worker, train with me. I teach you how to do miracle work. It's very easy. It takes only a few minutes, and all our students able to do it. So I have a step-by-step system. All right. So if you take your miracles seriously, I will teach you seriously. Okay. So let's create unlimited miracles together. We will breathe new life into all aspects of your life, into your body, into your mind, into your career, into your heart, into your relationship, as well as money. And whether it is money or mind or emotion healing, the methods are all the same. All right, the methods are all the same. The steps are also all the same. And divine sleep is part of miracle healing, because when you sleep, you return your spirit to God. You are at one with God. And that is when the healing happens. So in the daytime, you can do miracle work, but nighttime, God will heal you. Okay? So thank you so much, Veronica, for today's session. If you have any question, you can type in the chat box right now. I will take about 1-2 minutes to answer your questions. All right. So anything related to miracles, just go onto the chat box and ask me questions. I will be happy to ask you. And later on, if you're keen, I can also send you the link where you can register for my class. All right.
When is your class, Nicole?
Okay, this is an online class, which means you can study it at your own time, but you will study together with our Miracle Tribe students. So you'll be studying together with them, and it is up to you how long you want to take. So there are 11 modules right now, and you just watch 2 to 3 modules every day. You can finish the course in about 4 to 5 days. Of course, if you take more modules, if you look at 5 or 6 modules per day, 2 days, you're done. All right, so you select your own timing. It is up to you. All right, so we will have a very special price just for Veronica student. Give me a message and I will give you that very, very special price. It is very, very affordable, very low. I think whole world, nobody will teach you miracle healing. Nobody will teach. I don't think you will come across a course that says, I teach you miracle healing, but I am going to teach you miracle healing. All right. Okay. So, Lee Ju-ong, let me know and I would send you the link. All right.
Pranic healing is different from miracle healing.
Yes.
I'm also a pranic healer. I was learning basic, advanced psychotherapy, Ahatic yoga. I even went up to Chua Kok Sui Crystal Mountain in Pune. So I'm a pranic healer, but it's different from miracle healing.
Yes, correct. Miracle healing. In fact, I did a training to manual life insurance. Do you know why? Because all of them want financial healing. They all want to make more money. So I did a miracle healing workshop for manual life. It is a financial company. And I went there to teach financial healing for the insurance agent. All right. And then the steps are all the same, whether it's emotional healing, financial healing, physical healing, the steps are exactly the same. All right, there's not much difference. Okay, now, so if you want financial healing, you also need to learn miracle healing. It's all pretty much the same. Okay,
You just know the basic. The basic step can apply in every area of your life.
correct, exactly, right?
Okay, is there any question? If you don't want to type, miracle healing has lasting effect. Definitely. You see, Nicole never had back pain anymore. See, Nicole is up and about, and she look younger than her age.
Yes, exactly. And somebody asked, once a miracle is performed, it will never come back. Oh no, it's never come back. Okay, when you ask this question, right, never come back. If you don't take care of yourself, of course it will come back. Miracle healing, it doesn't control you. All right, this is not voodoo. We don't control you. All right. When the miracle is being given, if you maintain it, then nothing will happen. Because you look at Aini, it has been from last year until now, she's cancer free for so long already, right? But that is because she takes care of herself. All right, if you don't take care of yourself, yes, the miracle will be gone. All right, the miracle will be gone. All right. Okay, let me see what other question.
Just like Nicole also take care of her diet. She go on the detox. She go on juicing. She eat vegan food. She still take care of her health. You know, she don't take health for granted. Doesn't mean that you receive your miracle and then you can go karaoke, you can go dancing, you can go nightclub, don't sleep, and you still can be well. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly. And also, some people after receiving the miracle, they become very proud, become very egoistic. Oh, I got miracle already. Never mind. I don't care anymore. Okay, then you know what happened? The miracle will disappear. Then all your health problems will come back. All right. So another person said, does one need to spend any amount of time practicing? Well, I would say 10 minutes a day on meditation and prayer is enough. All right. And it's very easy. We also have something called the divine sleep, the healing pot. That one, you just use it any time of the day. Is also very easy. All right. So yes, and I really would like to encourage all of you to learn miracle healing, because you don't know when you need it. Sometimes you need it on the spot. Sometimes you need it for your family. Sometimes you need it for yourself. And when miracle comes into your life, I tell you, all aspects of life will improve, because in God's eye, whether it's physical healing, emotional healing, or financial healing, all are healing. Everything is healing to him. So when he bless you, he doesn't bless partially, like I bless a little bit here and a little bit there. It's not like that. When the universe bless you, it's a full-on blessing. Every aspect of your life is also good.
In abundance.
Yes, in full abundance. Right.
Yeah, and also always be grateful. With a grateful heart, with a thankful heart, with a forgiving heart, with a happy heart, and that's where you keep receiving healing,
Yes,
and
correct.
more healings. Yeah.
Jessin asked whether if to request for the link is chargeable. Of course not. Of course not. It's just a link, right? So I can send you the link in the WhatsApp group, right? I think all of you in the WhatsApp group, right?
Yes.
Just send you the link and then you all can register. Honestly, it is a very, very affordable course that teaches you the complete works of miracle healing. And this is really my life work. This is something that I'm so happy to give to you. And when I journey with you, seriously, I journey with you till the end of the earth, because this is pure dedication. This is my life work already. This is my calling. I have answered this calling. I don't intend to do anything else, right? This is my life work. All right. So
we are very blessed. We are very blessed to have Nicole with us. So willing and so happy with a very big heart to be able to share. And sky is the limit.
yes. All right. Yes, correct. Okay, does it mean you stop your Reiki? No, Reiki is good. Reiki is a wonderful tool. You don't have to, accept that for miracle healing, it will find you suddenly will realize that your Reiki healing much faster. It will accelerate your Reiki healing. So you can just continue with your Reiki healing. If you are Buddhist, you continue to be a Buddhist. If you are Christian, you continue to be a Christian. If you are Muslim, you continue to be a Muslim. You don't have to change your religion at all. You don't have to. Okay. Somebody said not religious based. Yes, correct, not religious. Prayers, anybody can pray, right? Even Kevin Hines has no religion, but when he's drowning in the middle of the ocean, you automatically you will pray, you know. Suddenly you will pray. It doesn't matter what is your religion, right? Very exciting to know that anyone can heal. Yes, exactly. Anyone. All right. You see our student, I have trained 300 miracle workers already. All right. So, and more. And recently, we just started our ads in the US because we also wanted to test first. So we just started in US. Our ads are doing very well in US. So we are going global. I'm teaching miracle healing globally. All right. So we have American students, we have Australian students, we have students from all over the world now. All right. Is the link chargeable? No, there's no reason to charge you for the link. There is no reason. All right. So I will post the link and then you can just join my program. All right. Okay. And because we wanted to give you something special, so I haven't prepared that special link yet. So give me some time to prepare the special link, then I'll post it to you. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Is there a teacher's course? Yes, there's a teacher's course at the later stage. You start miracle healing at the basic first, the foundation, learn the foundation, and then eventually there will be a teacher's course. In fact, many people are asking already. Okay. Somebody said, if a heavy karmic can still heal anyone, how do they maintain? No. Miracle healing, remember, it comes from a greater source. It is God that's doing the healing. It is not you. All right. If you think it's you, then you are too self-focused. We are not the one who is doing the healing. Yes, we are miracle workers, but where does the source come from? The source is from God. It's from the above. It's from the divine spirit, the holy divine spirit, right? So don't worry that, you know, if you heal someone, they become sick, you will get karma. No, none of that. You don't ever get bad karma from helping someone. Veronica, do you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Someone, you will never get negative karma. In fact, I did have people calling me and say, Nicole, you do so much miracle healing. Do you get bad karma? I said, how can I get bad karma? You want to know how many people we have assisted and you're telling me that it is bad karma? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if you help someone, you will get good karma. So don't worry about negative karma. You will never get negative karma from healing. No way. It is not possible. Do you realize, you see, for me, okay, I'm not trying to praise myself, but how many of you agree I look young? How many of you agree I look young? Correct or not?
Yeah.
I've been doing healing.
Guess Nicole's age. How old do you think Nicole is?
Yeah, I'm 50, right? I'm 50 years old, but I think I look half my age. I did miracle healing for 25 years, all right, 25 years, and yet I'm still maintaining my youth. I'm not aging, I'm not hunching, I'm not having sickness. In fact, I'm getting better and better and better. Older I get, the more energy I have.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, it is very true. Miracle healing, you must do healing to people who receive, who wants to receive. Don't do healing on people who resist, because people who resist, and any miracle also won't happen.
Correct.
You must always choose the people that who believe in miracle, who wants to receive miracle. Then you go and help them, right?
Correct. Exactly. So Aisha said, has it ever not worked? Of course, there are people who it didn't work. That's why we make sure our miracle healing comes with a fee. If we put free, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, everybody will flood in, and many people who have no interest in healing will come, and you will find out that you have a very high failure rate, because everybody comes and people who have no interest will turn up for your healing, and then you will see 90% all fail. Right? Okay.
It's
So
also energy exchange.
yes, correct. So we don't do healing on people who are not interested. We only do healing for people who are very keen on healing. And I tell you, the more healing you do, the younger you look.
It's so true.
Yes. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody. It has been very exciting, and I will post the link soon. All right. Because we want to give something special to Veronica students. So let me create that special link for all of you.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, we still have about 20 minutes. Do you have any other questions regarding sleep, your experience, how you want to experience deeper sleep or whatever? So you can just unmute yourself and share, or you can just type in the chat box anything relating to sleep, because we are talking about sleep challenge, how to sleep like a baby. Okay, any other questions regarding sleep? Or if you want to ask about the environment, I think Michael is in the room as well. All right, so if you have any other questions, we still have 20 minutes that we are able to entertain you, or we are able to answer your questions. So do ask whatever you need to ask. Make use of this time. Otherwise, we'll be in the group chat again.
I want to ask Michael, will he be conducting any lesson? Because I think I don't know about his introduction of jaw, physics, stress. I'm very keen and interested. Maybe let me know a bit further information.
Yes, we are going to conduct this workshop on geopathic stress, but it's not so soon because we want our staff to attend first. So once our staff is empowered, then we are able to open this workshop for most of you. That's why Michael is going to organize one 3-day training for the staff first. So you just hold on. We will post the dates very soon. Okay. Once we are all ready, we'll post the date very soon, because we do not want all the staff to be not known and don't know how to work on you, or don't know how to serve you well. Then it is not right. So we want to empower all our staff first.
So for Michael, I can send him the layout to let him do the analysis. Then
yes, you put in the 21-day group chat. You put in the 21-day group chat, and then Michael will be able to help you again.
I sent him a person private the chat to him, but he didn't reply me. I said, I don't know. You know me, I'm Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian, you just put in the 21-day group chat.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Can you send a layout, Michael?
Yeah,
yes.
sure.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, is there any other questions regarding sleep? Because environment is also one factor why it is affecting your sleep, and also miracle is one area that you can apply. There are so many areas that you can apply to help yourself go into deep sleep. And to be able to go into deep sleep is a blessing. No amount of money in the world can buy sleep. A lot of rich people got problems sleeping. It's a torture.
Yes, totally. I agree. You can buy a $20,000 bed and yet cannot sleep on it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You
Yeah.
spend everything and yet you still cannot sleep. Yes.
Okay, I have a question for Michael. The number of years in the audit, does it refers to the number of years we move into the house? Can it also means from the date we renovate? Alex asked this question, Michael.
Okay, in the audit, there are actually two components. One, which I write something like 100, 500, 700. That is the amplitude of the wave, right? The higher the amplitude, the more disturbance you'll be facing. But such amplitude take a long time for it to build up. Example, you could have bought a house in Bedok 30 years ago, and then when you shift in, everything goes smoothly. And then by the time you reach 50 years old, suddenly someone have high blood pressure, someone have heart attack, worse, sometimes people have cancer, and worse is sleepless night, no major sickness, but then you just cannot perform. Every day you just feel so sick, but yet you are not really sick. And you go to see all the hospital, the clinic, they probably put you on the sleep apnea test, and still they will probably come out some blockage here after operation. Then you will probably improve a couple of weeks, and then slowly you will go back again, simply because the environment have continuously evolved. Just like example in Bedok New Town, we have patient or client who have since birth stayed there. So until 30, he's in pink of health. Then suddenly he start to develop eczema and scratch, and they have tried everything. God know, everything they have tried, and still they scratch and you bleed every night, and that was really torturing. So then when we first did the audit, we found that the house have already gone up to 1,800 unit in terms of amplitude, which is technically very destructive. But then even destructive, just like what probably Veron, Nicole have shared, there are so many layers, there are so many dimensions. Yeah, so even when we apply miracle healing, you apply sleep therapy, there are so many parameters affecting everybody at different time, at different situation. So there's no one fixed answer. And there's another question asked in the chat group is, what if it's the same stack? If my house is so toxic, does it mean that the above below? Yes, the same toxicity will go all the way up, even Khalifa, the highest building in Dubai. But the difference is that the family that may be experiencing could have stayed there from day one, right? But the family above could have shipped in 3 years, they ship out, and then ship in 6 years, they ship out. Yeah, and then the people who ship in, even though the amplitude is very high, they could be a very young family. So just like a new cell phone, the battery capacity is very strong. So even though your Wi-Fi is very bad every day, you work with no Wi-Fi and you drain the battery, but it's still considered new and young. So with such variation of parameter, it makes it very challenging for most of us to try and understand what are the various solutions when you come to in terms of healing, in terms of sometimes we try not to use the word cure, because cure belongs to the medical world. And then healing is a very complex modality, because you can heal at many levels. You can heal at many life, as we move in and out of all the life journey. So healing itself is in fact even more complex than curing, right? Curing is you have flu, you cure the flu. You have virus, you control the virus, you cure. But there's one sickness that you don't cure, which is cancer. You're always in remission, means any moment it may hit you back again. And even more challenging is stroke, dementia. These are to a certain degree life-threatening, but dementia is not immediate life-threatening. So it may take a tremendous emotional, financial toll on the whole family when someone is suffering from dementia. And of course, stroke, our loved one could be bedridden for up to 10, 20 years. So it's going to be one hell of a nightmare. So in the 20 years of my journey and research, we realized that we have done everything sometime, and somehow you fail. So this is a time where all the expert practitioner, it's time to come together. But again, like the medical world, they call them specialists. So in reality, they don't really talk to each other unless there's a cross challenges. If not, I'm a cardiologist, I'm a neurologist, you know, and so, right? But then if you're looking at the person as a whole, it is a lot of expertise coming together. And based on geopathic stress, and I shared with Veronica, after 20 years, I just wanted, just like Nicole, she specialized in miracle healing her whole life. You give everything. For me, I have decided to give my whole 20 years journey to understand the source of energy, the power source. Sometimes we call it chi, sometimes we call it ki, sometimes we call it prana. But from an engineer's perspective, you call it functional potential or functional voltage and the capacity. So once you restore this, many other modalities will work amazingly effective and fast. And also at the same time, it gives you the ability to experience the whole new life journey. But when you lost this capacity, you may heal at the spiritual level, but your material body cannot experience because your car just doesn't have petrol. So you drive up to Kulai and you're jammed there with no phone, with no petrol kiosk, you're jammed there until some good soul come and pick you up, right? So it's very important to understand the various segmentation in order to create a very holistic approach in complete healing for each and every one of us.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Sharing just the day before the last day, which is on the 18th of March, you will hear a lot from Michael about environmental toxicity that can affect your sleep. All right. So is there any other questions?
Veronica, Manojit here. I did have a question for Michael again.
Sure.
Hi, Manojit.
Hi, Michael. Hey, thanks so much for doing the review and sending me back the feedback. Now, when I looked at it, I was not sure of two things, you know. One, when I sent you my picture, the house diagram, I hadn't actually heard the session that you had done the very first time because I'd missed that. I heard it later on and realized that the address of the place is important for you to know where exactly this place is located. Somehow I missed that information. I had only sent you the floor plan. So
fortunately, you have your mobile phone and your name, because if there's no name, example, if you send a floor plan with no name, with no mobile phone, technically there's no connectivity. So that floor plan is just a floor plan that is floating in the space. So it's very difficult. Not that we cannot do, the accuracy will not be as accurate. The moment you have your address, you have your name, you have your mobile number, or you're linked to the sleep challenge group, there is already a certain degree of connectivity through Veronica. So as I say, fortunately, your name is there, so it's not a challenge actually. Yes, that's why I managed to map it out and send the basic back to you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So you had to do extra work. My apologies for
it's okay.
Extra work.
It's just like you know, when you send me the floor plan without, let's say, your address, I'm somewhat caught in the poor Wi-Fi, so I have to pump up more power to connect. That's all.
Yeah. No, thank you. So my second question was, you had suggested that the area where I sleep has high toxicity. So I moved because it's a bed which is a double bed. So I managed to kind of extend it, or extendable bed. So I extended it, and yesterday I slept in a place where, if you will, the access points are not there. Is that good enough, or should I be moving rooms altogether?
Okay, as I say, across all those who have sent in the plan, today in every city from St. Petersburg to Siberia, down to Bali, down to South Africa, to Saudi, the land of, you know, a secret area, many major cities in China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, Singapore, that we have done most of the job. Every city that we live in, you almost are unable to escape the tight grid, right? So the grid in the past, 100 years ago, could be 2 meters apart. So we are all quite safe. But as modernization took place, we have MRT, we have underground tunnel, we have cable, especially if you are living in high rise, every floor above us or below us, there's some form of electrical cable. So as a result, it is near impossible to escape the electromagnetic grid of Mother Earth. And of course, now we are entering the controversial 5G, while we have been in the 2.4 to 4G for the last 5 to 10 years. And of course, some other countries have raised speed up to 6G, while the whole world is embracing speed and efficiency at the expense of our own bio-natural fuel. And of course, no telco will admit it, because then there'll be tons and tons of legal case. However, if you were to do a research in 2015, Lloyd of London, the largest reinsurer of the world, did a very comprehensive study and published a paper. The first 10 years exposed to modern day technology, there's no finding. However, the risk beyond 10 years is unknown and is too high. As a result, Lloyd of London decided that any potential cancer that may be linked to an electromagnetic disturbance is no more covered. And that was 2015. And that was the year they started to test 5G in United Nations in Europe. And the editor-in-chief asked the Secretary General, which I could do a short clip in the next workshop, that after the 5G antenna was created in 2015 in United Nations, within 6 months, up to 20% of the staff who was otherwise healthy suddenly start to fall sick. And she have requested for more independent study. And in 2019 February, United States of Commerce Senate have asked FCC, Federation Communication Control, whether since 15 have any independent study been done before a full-scale rollout. The answer is nothing. So these are challenges that we all have to face. We can't be having this Zoom without efficiency. It's impossible. We can't live in this world without wireless technology. So the only way is to embrace every knowledge, every level that help us to regulate all our biofuel, from your power to your system, to your intelligence, to your spiritual. At every level, we have to start to regulate it, because no one is going to protect us, going to help us. But at least Veronica, together with many of the other speakers, have already come in to create this community, which we definitely pray for this community to survive as long as God permit us, for the purpose of self-healing, yeah, community healing, so that then the whole strengthened, balanced vibration can reach out to family after family, starting with yourself, right? So we definitely look forward in the coming Thursday, or the next Thursday, not this Thursday, where I will give you probably an hour of overview of my own finding after traveling many countries for about 7 years to try to nail down why is it that these signs that have been known throughout civilization have never been shared. So sometimes, like this afternoon, when I was with Veronica, some people ask, is this feng shui? For the Indian, they may ask, is this vastu? The answer is, what if it is and what if it's not? Does it matter? More important is living in the modern day world of technology. It is imperative that we at least open our heart, our mind to new knowledge that is not new at all. We have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Just that sometimes we call, I'm a Chinese, my culture is like that. I am an Indian, my culture is like that. I am a Christian, my culture is like that. But to me, we are all human in a big space known as Mother Earth. It's just that we have different time frame, different what they call civilization, experiencing different culture, and we already evolved to 2021, which we are entering the intelligent age, way beyond what we have seen and known. And what we have seen and known is actually so little, unfortunately. And we strongly encourage everybody to embrace the coming workshop. Like what the Chinese say, empty your cup of tea, not enough. Wash your cup of tea, not enough. Dry your cup of tea until there's no stain, there's no residue, until the whole paper become pure white. Then suddenly you will start to realize, my God, there are so many other things that since the dawn of civilization, it have always been there. Just that we are covered with a veil. We don't see it anymore. Yeah. But the coming workshop, we will do as much as we can to lift up the veil. And then the rest is, again, pass back the ball to you. We can only do that much. Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's already 8:30, and the whole message is to allow it to flow, the natural flow. Yeah, so all this natural flow, even for miracle, we talk about the natural flow. So we have an open mind, has an open heart, and just be aware of what is damaging around us. We can't see, doesn't mean it's not there. Just an electric current passing by us every day, we can't see, doesn't mean it's not there. And all these we can't see things are more harmful. Like the COVID virus, we can't see, but it kills so many people. Right. So all these things is have an open mind and really keep learning, and don't be limited by all your religion, all your culture, and all your small mind. It's just like an ant looking at a human being. The ant can never imagine what a human being can do, because their ant, the brain is so small, because that is their capability only. So we want to be more open. We want to be more more ready to receive more things, because there's so much to learn in this world. All right, so thank you so much, Nicole, and thank you so much, Michael, for sharing. And I really want to thank you, 52 of you still inside here. And this Friday we have Mira Nair, who is going to share with you how to do deep breathing. You know, even as simple as breathing we take for granted. Right, so we need people to teach us how to breathe. So this Friday, come and with an open mind again, open heart again, to learn how the real technique of really go into deep breathing. All right, so don't take breathing for granted. Don't take good sleep for granted. So much things to learn every day. So thank you so much for joining us in this 21-day sleep challenge. And Nicole, do you have a last word you want to share?
Sorry, I interrupt. When is Michael lesson? Is it Thursday? Is it?
Michael? No, it's on the 18th of March. Just the second last day.
Thursday or Friday?
It's a Thursday. It's a Thursday. The last day is on a Friday, 19th of March. That is a World Sleep Day.
Okay. So Nicole is in the chat group link. So if I want to ask her any question about the lesson, I'm interested and how to go about it. You need register. I saw the fee just now $499 something that I pay. That then we can how to do it now. The details of this.
Okay, what do you need to know? Okay, I just posted the link because just now I couldn't find it. So anyway, the link is up already. So yes. This is it can be the course can be completed within about 2 days or 3 days, depending on how much time you put on it. Most people can finish within a weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, they can finish it. And also there's always a lot of free updates, because I do a lot of free webinars. When you become a student, there's a lot of free updates. So right now it's an online course, because we have to do online course because we serve internationally. We have international time. I mean, over here is over here is daytime, but in the US it's nighttime. So we can't really do live. However, we do have a live session that is complimentary on the 27th and 28th March. So even if you sign up today, you will still get to attend the live training that is free.
Oh, 27, 28 March is which day? Let me see.
That would be Saturday and Sunday.
In the date, what time is that?
9:30 to 5:30.
Oh, it's a whole day course. Where is it? Where's the venue?
Venue is your home.
On Zoom.
This is online lah, online.
Correct, online. Yes, it's
No,
on.
no face to face ah.
No need lah. We can't, because we are focusing to serve globally. It's not about, you know, just Singapore. We are serving globally. So it,
Your local, I mean, your locally, it's good to have kind of face to face. Then we can feel the kind of, I don't know, we need the kind of feel or what, you know, face to face.
that one is your, okay, that is actually what the ego wants. But but you look at serving humanity, you should go online. Now, if you want to serve humanity, you go online, because if you are looking face to face, you are serving only a small group. But we shouldn't think about ourselves. We need to think about the whole world, because the whole world needs miracle healing. We cannot serve a small group. We need to serve the entire world.
I thought now you conduct is more like for local people, you know. Then we talk about globally later on, at the later time lah.
We already have so many students locally. We have. Even in Malaysia and other countries, many people know us already. In fact, I was just happened to be talking to a Malaysian person, and suddenly the person said, I saw your name. I know who you are. You are the one doing miracle healing, right? And I said, how do you know? He said, oh, many people in Malaysia talk about you. You know, yeah. So we are thinking about serving globally. We're thinking about serving the world. All right.
Since you're local, I mean, isn't it good is have a kind of all you gather all your group locally face to face, isn't it? Kind of the feeling is better and it's more real and more kind of I do not know. I want to know about this how to practice it. You know, it's something it's more kind of personal feel, you know, when it's face to face.
It's a new norm, no, Sebastian. It's a new norm. It's a new norm that we have to live with online now. Nowadays, everywhere is restricted by numbers. It is not easy to organize anything offline now.
Okay.
Yeah. Even I used to do corporate talks. Even all my corporate talks we do online now also.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. So it's a new norm that we have to accept.
Because I thought practical lesson when practical lesson they come, you have to do face to face.
But miracle healing doesn't need practical hands-on. Everything is all about your heart and your mind. Is your heart and your mind connected first?
I see.
Yes.
Just to let you know, like our student Aloysius, the one with the disfigurement where there's blood and pus all over him.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I have never met him face to face.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never met him face to face, and yet his healing is so beautifully done. I've never met him.
Wow, that is marvelous, huh?
So if we were to focus on face to face, we wouldn't be able to serve many people. Many people will not have miracle healing.
Okay.
Yes.
Can understand.
All right. So thank you very much for your time. And I want to say good night to all of you. Sleep well, sleep tight. And we look forward to see you again on Friday, 6:45. The Zoom room will be open. And we will start to learn about deep breathing. All right. So stay tuned and thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.